all want to build the tote storage racks. What if there was a configurator where you just plug in your tote sizes and your configuration and it spits out a cut list, it spits out exactly how many screws you need, it spits out exactly what the spacing is, spits out how many board feet you need of 2x4s, take it to your store, buy your materials, cut them, and assemble it right in your room. I'm so excited to debut this new tool with no math and no mistakes. So these are the totes that I picked up. They are the 27-gallon totes. So how to measure the totes. Configurator does all the math for you. You just need to input 5 dimensions. Dimension number 1 is the overall length. Dimension number 2 is the overall width with the lid on. Dimension number 3 is the overall height. You can just run a board across the top and just take a measurement. Okay, so the last 2 dimensions, so we're gonna need the lip overhang. So what is this number here? Okay, the last dimension we're gonna take is how thick is this lip with the lid on? So we can use the board again with the knobs on the top. You'll input the tote length with the lid on here, and then the overall height with the lid on, then the tote width with the lid on. These dimensions should go down to the 1/8 of an inch. And then the tote lip, so how much does the top of the tote overhang the body on one side. And then the thickness of the lid. You can choose how many rows that you want, so if you were to stack the totes vertically, how many high? I'm gonna go with 2 high. And then if you were to set the totes side by side, how many side by side, and then just hit calculate. Over here on the results side, you can see it'll spit you out a cut list. It has the legs, it has the runner lengths. The runner lengths are these boards that the totes actually sit on. These are the legs, and then it has the top and bottom length. In addition, it has a spacer block. So you'll see in the video how the spacer block helps a great deal when building these, and it will give you the total board feet that you need to build your configuration. Now keep in mind this is with 0 waste. Depending on what length of 2x4s that you buy, you may need to purchase more, and you definitely need to purchase a 2x4 for the total length of your longest cut. So if your top and bottom was 10 feet long, then you need to buy 10-foot 2x4s. It'll also tell you how many screws that you need, and these are the 2.5-inch self-tapping star bit screws. This is estimating 2 screws per joint. Up here, it's gonna give you the overall dimensions. You can measure your space and make sure that it fits. And then the clearance above the top runner, this distance here, so we know where to set that first runner. And then the spacing between the legs, we'll get to this in the plan as well, but this spacing is essentially this distance here. So I'm gonna get right on the cut list now. These are going to be the tops and bottoms. This will be the runners. These will be the legs in between, and then the spacer blocks. Type of screw is a 2.5-inch self-tapping star bit flat-headed general construction screw. For assembly, we're going to start with 2 of the legs. In the configurator, there is an output field that says clearance above top runner. And what that is the distance that the first runner will sit down. And these are my runner boards. The tote will actually sit and run along it. So this first one is going to go right on that line. Before I screw it, I'm going to make sure it's square. It is important that this is square. Attaching the legs like this, or we're not attaching like this or like this. So a couple things you can do is check that each joint for square. You can take an additional one of the runners, which is equal in length to this one, check to make sure. Okay, so this is actually the top, and then the tote will sit down. Spacer block, and the spacer block length is in the configurator. It'll tell you to cut these. Okay, so it'll sit just like this. I'm gonna use this one, since we know it's perfect, as a pattern. I got 4 of the leg sets done, but the middle 2 need runners on both sides. So I'm going to take 2 of them, add runners on both sides. Leg sets are all built, so now I can start adding the top and the bottom. I attached the outside 2 legs. Now I'm trying to find where to attach the center leg. So lucky the configurator tells you what this distance is, and in this case it's 20.5. So I'm going to start on the inside, go to 20.5. So this will be right at 20.5. The stud will be there. The next one will be right at 20.5. The stud will go there, and then we'll do the last one at 20.5. All right, we were able to get this done in 2 hours, start to finish. It is heavy. If you're thinking about building like a massive wall system, you may want to think about building it in parts or building it in the room. Thankfully, with the configurator, you can pre-cut everything and then assemble it in the room and make your life a lot easier. It is heavy, which is a good thing because when you're pulling these things out, it's not all over on you. But if you're going tall, you'll want to add the cross bracing across the back, which is outlined in the plans, and then attach that to studs in the wall for the safety issue of forward tipping. We did consider making the configurator use like 1x4s or 2x3s or 2x2s. The 2x4 is just as cheap as all those other boards, and it's less likely to split. It's structurally more sound, and it just seems to make sense just to do all 2x4s. This shorter height here is so perfect for adding a top. Just throw plywood right on top. You can plywood the side too. My configurator is available to use for free. Go ahead and check it out and plug in your dimensions. Leave me some comments if you have trouble with it or you got some feedback on it, on ways to improve it. Thank you so much for watching this video and using my free plans.